Welcome to the Scenario Podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
Welcome to the deep dive. So I think we can all agree, right? Daily life, it kind of feels like it demands the energy of a marathon runner and, the focus of a surgeon.
All at the same time.
Exactly. And it's no surprise that so many of us are looking for, a natural way to fight that fatigue and get some mental clarity back.
That's right. And the supplement aisle has become this battlefield of marketing claims, all promising that perfect mental boost.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to cut through that noise and really look at the science behind 10 key ingredients. We're talking about natural compounds designed to support energy and cognitive function.
And the big umbrella term for the most exciting of these is nootropics. Let's just nail down that definition. What separates a basic vitamin from a nootropic?
Well, a nootropic is an ingredient that specifically targets the improvement of memory, attention, executive function, that kind of thing.
The higher level stuff.
Exactly. They are the substances meant to optimize brain performance. But here's the key insight from our sources. These specialized enhancers, they only really work best when the foundation of your physical energy is already stable.
Right. You can't optimize a system that's running on empty.
You can't.
So that's our mission today. We're delivering a clear, science-backed guide organized by function, foundational support, adaptogenic stress defense, and then the direct cognitive boosters. Let's start with the absolute non-negotiables.
The foundational necessities.
Right.
When we look at chronic low energy, poor concentration, just that general mental sluggishness, the root cause is often not a lack of stimulants. It's a simple lack of fuel or oxygen delivery.
We have to start with that physical base.
Exactly.
And the prime suspect for that foundational fatigue, especially for women, older adults, and people on plant-based diets, has to be iron.
Iron is absolutely essential. It's central to hemoglobin, which forms your red blood cells. Think of iron as a key part of the delivery truck carrying oxygen to your muscles and critically to your brain.
So if you're deficient, your brain literally isn't getting the oxygen it needs to stay alert.
That's it.
And the symptoms of that, fatigue, brain fog, feeling cold or dizzy, that's the exact opposite of what we're trying to achieve here.
And our sources really do underscore those at-risk groups. Women because of menstruation, older adults with absorption issues, and athletes who burn through their reserves much faster.
And here's the really important safety net we have to hit on. Iron is one of the few supplements where just self-dosing without knowing your baseline can be a real problem.
It can be genuinely problematic. Too much iron when you don't need it can cause some pretty serious side effects like severe constipation and nausea. It's foundational, but you have to be careful. You might need blood work.
Okay, so moving from oxygen delivery to actual energy conversion, let's talk about the workhorses, the B vitamins, specifically B6, B9 folate, and B12.
Right. These are basically the catalysts for the Krebs cycle. That's the process where your body takes food and turns it into usable energy, or ATP.
So if your B vitamin levels are low,
that whole conversion process just stalls. And that leads to this instant, profound fatigue. On top of that, they're vital for nerve health and creating neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin.
So when people report brain fog or irritability, we're not just talking about being tired. We're talking about a literal shortage of the raw materials for a stable mood.
Precisely. And often partnering with B vitamins in managing all that is magnesium. Most people have heard of it, but for focus and energy, there's some nuance there.
I know deficiency is incredibly common. So when people take magnesium for focus, what are they really looking for beyond just, muscle relaxation?
It's threefold, really. First, it helps regulate sleep quality. Better sleep automatically means better focus.
Of course.
Second, it helps manage anxiety and irritability, classic signs you might be low. But third, and this is the deep dive part, different forms do different things. Magnesium glycinate is great for sleep, but newer forms like magnesium L-threonate are specifically designed to cross the blood-brain barrier.
To get straight to the brain.
Right, to potentially improve synaptic density and direct cognitive function. It's about choosing the right tool for the job.
Okay, so we've fueled the vehicle with iron, and we've got the engine running efficiently with B vitamins and magnesium. Now we can get to the really interesting part. Let's move from general health to targeted, next-level mental optimization. the heavy-hitting nootropics and adaptogens.
We have to start with citicoline, often branded as cognizin. The mechanism here is fascinating because it's all about structural support. Citicoline is a precursor to something called phosphatidylcholine.
Which is a major part of our brain cell membranes, the phospholipids.
Exactly. So you're literally supporting the physical infrastructure of the brain cells themselves.
Okay, but how fast can you really expect to feel that structural support? I mean, compared to a quick shot of coffee.
And that's the critical distinction. It does support long-term health, but our sources show benefits can appear relatively quickly in terms of performance. By strengthening that cellular infrastructure, it actually increases brain energy metabolism. It's like increasing the bandwidth of your brain's processing unit.
So you feel it as faster processing speed.
Yes. Studies show measurable improvements in attention span, mental clarity, and even reaction time in both younger and older adults.
That is a genuine deep dive insight. Okay, next up, a perennial favorite for neuroprotection, lion's mane mushroom.
Lion's mane is an incredible medicinal mushroom. Its unique property is promoting neurogenesis.
Neurogenesis. So the growth of new neurons.
The growth and differentiation of new neurons, and even the repair of existing ones. This is mediated by compounds called hericinones and arenosines, which can stimulate something called nerve growth factor, or NGF, in the brain.
That's huge. So if we're promoting new cell growth, this puts lion's mane in a powerful category for long-term brain health, for future-proofing your brain as you age.
Exactly. It's not just about a boost today. It's particularly valuable during periods of mental fatigue or stress, where maintaining memory is a challenge.
Okay, now let's shift to the stress defense system.
Yeah.
Starting with rhodiola rosea. This seems like a must-have for any high-pressure professional or student.
Rhodiola is a classic adaptogen. It doesn't just suppress stress, it helps the body become more resilient to it. Under high stress, our cortisol levels spike, which drains our energy. Rhodiola works by modulating the HPA axis, the central stress response system, which lets you maintain energy and focus when you would normally be crashing.
So it's like an endurance boost for your brain, letting you sustain high-level performance without burning out.
That is the perfect way to put it. It's best for people who know they're heading into a period of intense, sustained mental demand, like studying for finals or a big project deadline.
And its famous counterpart is ashwagandha. How does its mechanism, lowering cortisol, translate to better focus?
So ashwagandha is popular because it also targets and lowers cortisol, but it approaches it more from a calmness perspective. While rhodiola helps you sustain energy during stress, ashwagandha promotes a state of calm, steady focus by reducing that background hum of anxiety.
So by lowering cortisol, it frees up the resources that would otherwise be spent on that fight or flight response.
You got it. And that explains why it's so often cited for both better sleep and a better daytime mood. Plus, the secondary benefit of supporting muscle strength makes it a favorite for people dealing with both physical and mental strain. So, as we move into pure performance, we need to analyze ingredients that give you immediate, actionable results, but also keep an eye on, longevity and sustained function.
Let's talk about the single most popular and arguably most effective duo for focused productivity. Caffeine paired with L-theanine. This is the combo everyone from gamers to software developers seems to rely on.
It's a truly symbiotic relationship. We all know caffeine delivers that rapid alertness, usually peaking in about 30 to 60 minutes, by blocking adenosine.
A sleep molecule.
Right. But the problem is the jitters, the anxiety, and of course that inevitable crash.
Which is where L-theanine comes in. It's amino acid you find in tea leaves. What's the specific mechanism that smooths out that caffeine curve?
L-theanine works by promoting the generation of alpha brainwaves. Alpha waves are associated with a state of relaxed wakefulness, so focused attention without the hyperarousal. When you combine it with caffeine, L-theanine essentially tells the part of your brain that's overstimulated to calm down. The result is heightened focus, less anxiety, and a much gentler landing when the caffeine wears off.
That's the key, alpha waves. Okay, moving into long-term maintenance, we absolutely cannot ignore omega-3 fatty acids, mainly from fish oil. These aren't just for heart health.
Not at all. Omega-3s, specifically DHA and EPA, are essential healthy fats. DHA is a major structural component of the cerebral cortex.
So you're literally supporting the physical structure of your brain cells.
You are. And more importantly, they are potent anti-inflammatories.
Yeah.
Chronic inflammation in the brain is one of the leading drivers of cognitive decline.
So the payoff here is pretty profound. It's not just better mood and focus now, but a lower risk of age-related cognitive decline down the line. It's both structural and protective.
And finally, we have the ancient power boosters, ginkgo biloba and panax ginseng.
What makes this pairing so effective when we're thinking about speed and endurance?
Well, ginkgo's main benefit is improving blood flow, or microcirculation, specifically to the brain. Better circulation means faster delivery of oxygen and nutrients.
Which enhances memory and thinking speed?
Right. And panax ginseng, meanwhile, is known for increasing sustained mental focus and physical endurance. It helps the body resist fatigue, so together they support both the speed of your thinking and the stamina to keep it going.
Okay, so we've established a really clear framework with these 10 ingredients. For you, the listener, who's trying to gain knowledge quickly and manage all this information, how do you actually apply this?
Well, the first step is matching the supplement to your timeline and your goal. We established that fast-acting nootropics like caffeine with L-theanine work in minutes, which is perfect for an immediate demand.
Right.
But the structural and adaptogenic ingredients, things like lion's mane, ashwagandha, omega-3s, they require patience. You have to commit to a few weeks of consistent use to really feel the full neurogenic or cortisol-lowering benefits. Consistency is key.
And regarding safety, we have to reiterate this. Always get professional advice. While most of these are generally safe, you have to follow dosage instructions. Our sources note that side effects are usually mild, maybe some stomach upset or headaches.
But interactions with prescription medications can be really serious.
For sure.
And it's crucial to remember that the market is already reflecting this knowledge. The trends we're seeing are a move away from single-ingredient stimulants towards these holistic, multi-ingredient formulas that stack vitamins, adaptogens, and nootropics all together.
And a big push for caffeine-free options, too, to support longevity and avoid that whole dependency cycle.
Exactly. That trend toward healthy aging with advanced forms of minerals and nootropics is clearly aimed at long-term function, not just a quick productivity boost.
So when you're choosing a product, you should think about it like this. Are you trying to fix a deficit, like with iron or B vitamins? Are you managing a current situation, like stress with rhodiola?
Or are you investing in future performance with omega-3s and lion's mane? By asking that question, you can tailor your approach and avoid a lot of unnecessary fillers.
Understanding this matrix really allows you to stop guessing and instead tailor your approach based on science. You're equipped to choose ingredients that actually support you in staying sharp and ready to tackle your goals.
And that strategic approach has to be anchored by measurement. We started this deep dive talking about the risk of taking too much iron if you don't need it.
Right, the side effects.
Exactly. Since so many of these foundational supplements, iron, B vitamins, magnesium, rely on normalizing your baseline levels, it raises a really important question for anyone using these long-term. How often should you be checking your blood work to make sure you aren't accidentally crossing that threshold into oversupplementation? That step going beyond just reading the label and into your own personalized data, that's the true path to optimized cognitive health.
Thanks for tuning in to the Scenario podcast. Don't forget to visit scenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.